All right, hello everybody, and welcome back to the saadcast. This week is episode 6, and we're joined by BreZe and Lunch. And Elias isn't able to make it, but we're going to try to make the best of the drama that we've had this week. And I'll let them introduce themselves in whatever order they want to go.
Um, Hi, I'm Lunch. Also known as Dimitri. People call me Dimitri, Lunch, Koiros, whatever you want to call me. I've been to the T3 comp scene for about a year and a half now, 2 years. On some pretty successful rosters, such as E3 and Eros. And then I'll pass the torch over to BreZe.
My name's Ian. I go by BreZe. I've been in the T3 comp scene for a little less than a year now. I'm the IGL and captain of the old Unreal, I was IGL and captain of Unreal Nightmare, now known as Allen Squared, and we're going by Rooftop Koreans now. I've won WBPL Alpha Division, and I've had some short stints in other leagues that haven't really panned out that well. So yeah, I'm kind of a shitter. And yeah, that's all there is about me right now.
All right, that's great to hear. Let's just jump in right into our first topic, which was SCS quals, and that would be also like merging with that would be the cheating allegations for Snake on Amarak. So, would any of our guests like to give their insight on it?
Well, I can start about SCS quals. For me, at least, I subbed in for a team, and they they ended up making what is it? They made the league. Yeah, I helped them make close quals, and then I played in like their close qual game, and they won. So they're in the league now. But I don't know, that SCS, it has really nice production in my opinion, but like competition wise, it's so lackluster.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like the teams that play in the league aren't that great, and there's too big of a skill gap, if you understand what I'm getting at. Start the league out with like Wichita Wolves, and then your 8th place team is going to be some like crapper team.
Yeah, no. So in my opinion with it, it's just the Wichita Wolves. Obviously they're a good roster, making it to the CO close quals, but there's just no other competition. Like the 2nd place team and the last place team could go head and head in any match, and then anyone that plays Wichita Wolves just gets obliterated.
Yeah, like typically you would say that that's a good thing, where the 2nd place team can always compete against a bottom place team, right? Mm-hmm. But the saying is actually you want the 1st place team to be able to compete with the bottom team, because if the 1st team is like slaughtering everybody, then there's really no point. I played in games where there was very little like competition. Like I swear I would shoot at people, they just didn't shoot back at me. I averaged like almost 2 kills per round, and it's just like, Jesus Christ, man! Like, pick up like another hobby.
That's unfortunate. What's the incentives for SCS? Like, what is the prize pool and that, and is it streamed and everything?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not really sure what the prize pool is, but I know they as we spoke on before, they have really good production quality, and now with leagues like EPS, like obviously no longer happening, and ESA's quality is going to even more shit. It's just a new league, new incentive to go like play. It's like it's people are naming like the next T3 league. I don't really agree with that, but that's really why people are going out for it.
Yeah, sorry, you can go.
Okay. I was just thinking that maybe the league isn't so like shown up by all of the good T3 teams because of the lack of incentives for them to leave whatever league's there and then go hop in there.
Mm-hmm.
So, or maybe teams are waiting for like CCS or something. Who knows?
Yeah, I think, or at least in my experience, like league winnings aren't sustainable. So like, you know what I mean? Like teams aren't going to play in different leagues just because prize pools are higher. Actually, no, I do remember SCS has a $2,000 prize pool.
That's pretty good.
Not bad.
Yeah, no, but the prize pool, obviously, when I played comp, I'd rather play against the better players. So I'm gonna go to the leagues like RSA and EPS that have better competition, and I'm gonna because even though you're getting a higher prize pool, you're not really like gaining experience. It's not like playing.
Yeah, like
you're not playing to play. You're playing for money, which is you shouldn't be playing for money in T3 Siege. It's not like a sustainable.
Yeah, like what? Okay, it's kind of weird for me to say this, but you know how they say like clout isn't sustainable, but welcome to T3 Siege, where if you win big leagues and you get clout, that's all that matters. because that's the only way. Like prize winnings aren't sustainable. So if you get clout and you can get on better teams and eventually push for CL, I mean that's where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
So
or you could take the route of like not Saad, obviously not you, the other Saad, but like he took his clout from Twitter and stuff, started streaming. Now he's streaming is more consistent than league winning, because you're not always going to win the league, even though they did win EPS. Now he has like monthly subs and all that stuff, so he took that route. Or you could also like push for CL like Dislats did, because they all went from like Nobu and all those good T3 teams, and now pushing up into Canadian Challenger League.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one of the big things that happened in the SCS calls, which is why it's like one of the big topics on our list, was the cheating allegations. I know that True from Varsity, which is a good team, we see them in like EPS, and we know they're a good team, but we saw them play. I think they lost to Amarak, and then they were like cheating allegations. They think that Snake had a macro. Did you guys see the clips?
Yeah, I saw the clips.
So what are your guys' opinions on that?
Dude, I think he could definitely be a good recoil controller, but his bullshit excuse of I play low sense is so dumb. Like that's my reticle doesn't bounce. Like I think Lunch can vouch for this, but I probably play the lowest sense out of like a lot of T3 players. I play like 7760, 400 DPI. This guy's talking about how he plays like 6.6, like something, 800 DPI. Like I have a low sense, man. This is why my recoil doesn't bounce and everything. But like, dude, there is no way, man. I tested that stuff out for like an hour. Dude,
bro, I tried that compensator shit, did not work.
Dude, compensator vertical, dude, did not go.
I don't use compensator on anything. Shit's dog shit.
I know. I run a flash hider, like
flash hider,
and muzzle occasionally, but
that was
muzzle occasionally.
Dude, I don't know, man. I doubt that. Like that guy's legit. Actually, I can't really say much yet because
he's been sus for like
yeah.
If you guys remember NA Contender League, they like try to play it off as they're the Challenger League. There was like CCSW teams and stuff in there. I think Snake played in those, and what I've been told from players like Float, who played with Pride now and then Dynasty, but they were in contender NACO. Right? I don't know. To be honest.
There's way older clips of him like on.
Like it's like consistently he's doing this recoil.
I've heard from some of the Amarok guys. So Amarok has 4 teams, right?
Yeah.
Snake's team being the main team.
Yeah.
But I've heard from some of the other guys on Amarok, the second team, right? That Snake has like macros, and I'm pretty convinced. I'm convinced of it, seeing those clips. But then again, like I can only say so much because I've only seen like spectator replays and all that. I don't think that they're buggy, but I just don't think like until like we see more, it's gonna be very hard to like determine. And I think I kind of side with the league admins for like not banning him right away, because you only see so much.
It's been consistent for like a while though, so like at some point you gotta like.
Yeah, and I definitely think with the whole you can't just kick him out, right?
You can't.
Like until you have like solid proof. But then again, like with Moss, if your mouse isn't registering, I feel like that's one bad sign.
That's true.
Yeah,
especially when people are sus of you.
Yeah, I think also like he could disprove it right now with a hand cam, but he's not. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about that one.
Yeah, and to just speak on like the mouse thing, sometimes when you have like wireless mouses and Logitech mouses, they just won't show up, and that's like everyone knows that's a bug. But his mouse consistently doesn't show up. It's not like it happens every once in a while. Every single time you open his mouse file, his mouse doesn't exist. Yeah. And there is like there's like 3 or 4 teams that have played him. Varsity, Bix's team, a few other OCL teams, some ESA teams are all saying that there's replays of him like being sus as hell. And people can argue all they want about the spectator bugs. Like when everyone thought Scars was using a recall macro because of that spectator program that was broken. But there's a clip of him recording his own point of view and having no recoil and running out and just knowing where these 2 players are. So that's like, oh yeah, he's definitely using macros, and in my opinion, I think he's softwalling, but like only like Moss is just so shit, you can't do anything with it.
Definitely. Actually,
Yeah.
I have like a sub point that I kind of wanted to get to.
Yeah, sure.
There, so with the whole ban wave and players like Shu getting banned, or was it Shu? Shu, easily, and you see like a lot of big T3 players getting banned, or like at least on good T3 teams. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I don't know, man. I just don't like the fact that some players can like still play like after like getting battle eye banned. You know what I mean?
You can't trust
Wait,
them.
like, are you like talking about who particularly do
Shu.
you have in mind?
I'm talking about
Shu?
Shu in general, but
Alright.
he
So Shu is a good friend of mine. I used to play on a team with him. There's no way he's cheating. I can promise you that. He's not cheating, man. He's not cheating. I
he's
will
not
stand by that.
yeah.
He's not
Uh,
cheating.
I
But-
just I feel like battle eye just doesn't false ban. Like if you're gonna get false banned, you're gonna get false banned by like fair fight. But like at least okay, yeah. Unless your like account gets stolen and anything, but like if it's genuinely your account, like it's I don't know. You're not getting battle eye banned for no reason, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, just like what he's saying, you don't get false banned. And like I'm sure Shu, like he might be legit. I don't think he is just because he got battle eye banned. Because even though you're cheating, it doesn't mean you have to go like full blatant. You could be like walling and just
Yeah.
giving callouts. Like who knows? That might be why like Lycus Empire had some of the success they had. You know, because if someone is soft walling and just giving information, calling out, it's very easy to hide cheats if you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like I don't cheat. Obviously, I don't cheat because I suck. But if I was to be cheating, I could like if I was playing a comp game with Ian, be like, "Hey, Ian, I'm on my drone. He's up red stairs," and Ian wouldn't know I'm cheating because I'm droning Ian in.
Yeah.
But I know I'm cheating because I have information on them.
Because you can see him.
Because I can see him through the walls. That's
Yeah.
like what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get where you guys are coming from. I totally understand it. But like with Shu, I 100% will defend him. I know he's not cheating, but I get it. I get it for sure.
Yeah, I think also there was very little Okay, I just didn't like it from the EPS admins to like allow him to keep playing too. It's like, oh, we didn't see him do anything sus, so we're not gonna ban him, right? It's like, but if you go with that route, like cheers can just like roam freely in leagues, and like just like as Lunch said, soft wall and just be like, hey, yo, there's like 3 guys in hookah right now, no one in aqua. We can just take this bitch. It's like you're not gonna be able to prove that he's cheating if he's just calling out.
Hard to trust
So-
people.
Yeah, I mean, it's a shit show of video games, man.
T3 needs to be on LAN. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, facts.
To be on land. Jesus.
Oh, Omega CL on LAN.
Omega C. Oh, what a fantastic league.
What a
All right.
fantastic league.
But we've
Dude,
rambled on enough about SCS. Start. Let's go to State of Siege.
Are you the host
Hey.
now? Okay, let's see it.
he's a host.
We're fucking.
Dude, did you see his cast? Did you see his cast yesterday? He has a
I
big,
saw a little bit
big
of
man
it.
mentality.
Big man
Yeah.
mentality. Yeah. Nah, but the State of Siege, awful. It's not. The servers are the worst they've ever been. The operators
Okay.
being released.
That's
are
the
just
biggest problem.
awful.
The fucking
Servers?
servers.
Servers
Yeah,
are bad.
The 2-tick servers.
Dying to Ghost is bad. The servers are bad this season.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've so I've been playing since like beta. I was on Xbox, right, before I
Mhm.
transferred over in health, and I took a fat break in between from health to like the next season. But servers are like genuinely one of the I actually can't tell. Servers are pretty bad right now, but like imagine the servers with like the desync like leaning and all that jazz of like
Yeah.
year 3. Like that would be terrible, man.
Because oh my god, even back then, like if the servers were better back then, I don't think the leaning would have gotten changed that much. Because like, but even now, like just the fast like bolo peeking as everyone calls it. Imagine getting bolo peeked. People are already getting ghosted by people not even leaning.
See,
Like,
Yeah.
they'll just be walking and they'll.
I
Just
think
get ghosted.
I think that the leaning we have now compared to old leaning is honestly like better, to be honest, because like I think there's a higher skill gap with the leaning we have now because, like you said, like with the ghosts that we are dying to now, it'd be just 5 times worse with old leaning.
the
And I honestly think that's something about Siege that like doesn't need like there are some things that we used to have back in old Siege that like don't need to come back. I think that a lot of people are nostalgic and they praise old Siege like it was the fucking greatest game of all time. I mean, it is the greatest game of all time.
That's actually a really good take. I like that take a lot. I think people underestimate or people forget like the fact that Siege was like the worst fucking game of all time in season
Siege was
1 and year
really
1,
rough.
year 1, and like partial of year 2. Like the game was bad, like very bad. Like people don't remember the bad stuff that happened.
People forget that it was going to die, but they saved it with the DLC. Like if they didn't have like if they didn't fucking get their shit together, it was going to die.
Yeah, I mean Siege saved itself just because they released free DLC.
Yeah, exactly.
And like you could get everything through like Renown.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It was a really easy way. I mean, it's not easy, but like it's a good way to keep your game afloat.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like people just like reminisce about like the bad or the good rather than the bad.
Exactly.
Like did you guys see that like Ella Twitter clip on the guy like top white?
It's literally like
it was like Jesus Christ, man. I died.
Oh yeah. I was thinking about that.
If I die to that stuff like this season, dude, I'm actually gonna punch my monitor. It's so like stupid.
No. Go ahead.
Like, yeah.
Okay, the movement is like really smooth if you actually like just look at it and think about it, and the game is slowed down to like a good. It makes the game actually enjoyable. If we had better servers and a better entity, I think that's literally all we need, and like slightly better balancing. Like,
I feel balancing is
the balancing team for the devs is I don't know about that one. Like, I know people complain a lot about like fixing bugs and shit, but like if it was easy to do that, they would do it. It's not like they're fucking like leaving the bugs in because they know how to fix them. They're just too lazy to. Like the devs, like we're in the middle of a pandemic, like, at least where I live. It's not even that bad.
It's a worldwide pandemic, so
yeah, exactly. So it's bad. Like they're working from home. Like they are doing the best they can to keep the video game like going, but people just bitch all the time. And I mean, like the balancing team, yeah. Well, I don't know about that one. I can't really defend you guys too much, but the team that works on the bugs, like I know they're doing their best. Like
we have just gotta give them for game developers. So.
Yeah. Did you see that clip? I think it was Mystic that tweeted it.
Oh yeah.
It was like,
no.
Dude, oh my fucking god, dude. Like, Jesus, look, they're playing on controller.
Yeah, no, and then
Naka
is the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
There was one clip with like a thermite, and he was trying so hard not to kill he was trying so hard not to kill the Tachanka, so he just kept missing and accidentally killed the Tachanka.
He was fucking aiming at him, and he was like aiming at him, and he just didn't shoot. He kept aiming at him, like trying to line up a shot, and then like when the Tachanka was falling, shit, like oh my god, holy shit.
Yeah.
I
think
I mean, mechanical skill doesn't translate, but they're just so dumb too. Like they're just
shooting at Monty.
They know nothing about their game. Yes, it's not like they know how to even play their game. Like I can understand if a dev has bad aim because they're not like sitting there aim training on like 12 hours a day. But like you gotta at least know how to play your game at a decently high level. Like if you look at the Valorant devs, like they're
all like pros
and all them. Yeah, they destroyed everyone.
Yeah.
They're like
actually, I actually have a good question. So, do you guys what's like one hot take that you guys have for like balancing changes, and what's like a pretty good take, a reasonable take that you guys have for balancing changes? Because I know I in my mind I have some pretty good changes, at least. So, Lunch, why don't we start with you? Because I know you have some pretty like hot takes.
Some hot takes, All right, I'm just gonna make it easy for myself. I'm gonna start off like the pretty reasonable take. I think that the shields should get their slits removed, and that only Goyo shield should have. That's a pretty reasonable change. I don't know if you guys played comp before the shields were changed.
I did, yeah.
But I have a few clips of me playing like behind the shield stuff. When the new shields got released, I don't think the devs realized how big of a problem that would be for Siege, because shields weren't really ran too often, except in like really like spots where like you needed cover. But now they're used to play aggressive off of, and that's just not reasonable. And plus, adding just this list to Goyo's shield will get Goyo's pick rate, because once he got his third shield taken away, his pick rate declined drastically.
It's still a good pick though.
Yeah, he's still a great pick, but he's just not as strong as he used to be, which is good. One hot take I'd say is I don't think you should be able to Maverick trick walls with just the bottom and the top. I think that it's
Really?
That's a good take. I like that take.
A whole rectangle.
I think that you should have to go around the entire square because first off, it takes more time to do it. The gadget he has 6 canisters now.
6, yeah.
So he had 5 before. They gave him another canister. He has grenades. He has a really powerful weapon.
He literally has the R4C slightly slower. That's
So he can open up the top and the bottom of a wall, and then it's soft, and it bypasses Cade charges, bandit charges, mute jammers, all that good stuff. He can't get impact tricked. Well, I mean, if he's low health, you can down him, but like can't impact trick it. It's way too strong, and I don't think a lot of people are seeing the issue of why maps like Clubhouse and Cafe are just so stale with Maverick on the board.
Yeah.
It's just a lot easier. It'll be a lot harder for Maverick players to like open walls, and it would lower his pick rate and make maps a lot more interesting. It'd be a lot more strategical because literally I can go into a lobby with a gold, be like, open this wall with Maverick, and you just doop, done.
Dude, I struggle with it still, man. I struggle with it. I'm so bad at Mav tricking.
I get so paranoid I'm gonna get nitroed or shot in the. I fucking hate it. Like if I'm Mav tricking, like I always think I'm gonna get shot. I don't want to do it. I don't like Mav tricking. It's annoying.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Who's up next? Saad, you want to go?
okay. I got one.
We'll go in like pattern.
I don't even know if this is a hot take, but Maestro, Echo, Zero, Valkyrie, all those ops with cameras, only they should be able to look at their cameras.
Really?
That might be a hot take.
We suck, Saad.
No, that does not fucking suck because all the intel meta is insane.
Actually, the intel meta is at its weakest point. Currently.
Yeah.
We have so many intel ops,
okay. I can see where you're coming from with that. I would agree that the intel meta was stronger back when Old Oregon was in the map pool, and Maestro still has ACOG and the super type hipfire. Like
That's
basically
another
on
thing.
Maestro's release,
Fuck ACOG balancing.
Site balancing is idiotic and it should never happen.
That was my take. I was gonna talk about that.
Yeah, no, but right when Maestro got released, if that change was made just to like Maestro and Echo, then I would agree with that. But right now in the current meta, like it's just you gotta have that intel, you gotta have that information, and without it, you're at a severe disadvantage because of how aggressive players play. Like if that change was made right when Maestro came out, it would have been really helpful to balancing Echo, or not Echo, Maestro, because he can't always have his gun up, and he's got to choose, right? But right now, I feel like it's just not a good change, and it'll eventually lead to the defenders it'll eventually lead to a lot of stuff going towards the attackers more.
My problem is with the yellow ping and the fact that these gadgets are like pretty powerful. Like that combination, like anyone on the team can yellow ping on a camera. Like don't even make it so no one can see it. Only like that op whose camera it is can yellow ping on it then. Or something like that where like yellow pinging is less strong, because that's my problem. The fact that they brought yellow ping and we have all of these ops that have cameras that you can add on to defaults. That's just mad annoying.
Yeah, I guess like if you have a Jaeger roaming and he gets first picked, then he can just sit on someone's Valkyrie cam and yellow ping and shit out of someone. I guess that is a little much, but I don't think I still think that everyone should be able to view everyone's cams, because like when you die, if you're a Jaeger and you die, like what are you gonna do? Like everyone knows their default.
It allows you to be like part of the team even after like death. So I still think that's like a good part. But I do think like cams there needs to be some like kind of shift in the meta, because utility dump meta is so boring. Like it's terrible, and like think about it this way: if you're coming into comp, utility dump meta is probably like the most toxic meta to be going into, because it's so like hard for a new team to like learn and I guess just like learn and dispose of utility properly. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I think there needs to be a shift between like getting rid of utility meta or like kind of lessening it in a way. So I don't think balancing cams in the way like, oh, I can't ping on other people's cams. I just don't think that's like the right way to go about it.
The only problem I see with like that is that I don't know if you guys remember, but like I saw this Twitter post. It was like and it had like the 5 ops that I think it was SSG was running like a year ago, 2019, and it was like a Glaz, a Ying, an Ash, and then I don't remember the 2 other
Glaz
options.
meta.
I think it was a Thermite or something. But like you could not get away with bringing a Glaz and a Ying.
Wait, well, I
together.
think I know. It's a Luke. It's like the analyst, right?
I
He
think
posted
so.
that-
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's
I don't know.
it's I think it's Jackal, IQ, Thermite,
And then
Gridlock,
Glaz
and
Ying, right?
Twitch. I don't think Glass was in it.
I thought I saw Glaz, but still, either way, anyway, that would not be like bringing a twit. Like no, like it's so weird how much the meta has changed since like a year ago, even. So like, I honestly don't know what Yubi's gonna do besides because like I don't know if I want to trust Yubi to try to shift the meta because you're gonna fuck something up. I don't like.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there was a streak of where operators, the DLC operators weren't really like doing a whole lot, and they weren't very strong. Like
Yeah.
pre buff Cade wasn't very strong. Nomad has always been pretty good, but like Gridlock wasn't good when she first came out.
I don't think she's good either. Still,
I still don't think she's good. Like Nook and Warden.
very
good.
niche operators.
Yeah, they're very not like powerful. Like just
I
not
get the
very
Warden,
good
though.
operators because
Warden's a lot better now, but
Like even then, like that was the Glaz Ying meta. Like it makes sense.
yeah, it makes
no, it
sense.
does make sense, but it's too like it's not applied in the right
Warden's
way.
like a
But then
floodgate.
after Nook and Warden came out, I'm just gonna name off the next 4 like set operators. So you have Goyo. First off, they have TCSG, which is the most broken gun in the game at the time.
Yeah.
And then you had 3 shields and a Nitro Cell, and then you had Amaru, who wasn't particularly strong, but she had the G8. She added the angled grip to the G8, which is still one of the biggest problems today. Has that pocket shotgun and flashbangs, contributing to the utility burn meta.
Or the SMG-11.
Or the SMG-11 too, but usually you're on the shotgun, especially in comp. And then the next season you have Kali and Wamai, just just operator shifting like meta
Actually shifting tides,
operators.
bro.
Yeah, shifting tides. And then you have Yana and Oryx. Oryx not as powerful, but Yana is just like it's information on information on information. She has grenades. She has a good weapon. And then we all know Ace and Malusi.
Dude, Ace and Malusi.
It's just like they're like you had like Jackal and Mira, which were like really strong operators, but they had counters to them. It's like these new operators, they're really strong, and there's not enough counters for them, and that's why the meta is so stale.
Well, I mean, Jackal, you didn't really have a hard counter unless you ran a Cav, but like,
but yeah,
but
Mira.
Yeah, Mira.
There's counters to these operators nowadays. Ace, what are you gonna do? Shoot his thing off the wall? You can ban shoot him while he's playing. You can ban trick it, but it always still opens the first one. Even if you ban trick, it still opens the first one.
And you're forced to use impacts on it to stop.
You can't Cade trick it. Yeah, you're forced to use impacts. So then you're using bandits, using impacts. You're putting your bandit in danger because if there's a guy, say if it's on like a CC wall, repel ups down, and he's bandit tricking, he's dead. You're wasting utility impacts. Say you're running a Malusi, you have to switch off that C4 impacts just for the ace. Like it's so stale, and there's not enough counters to the operators, and that makes the meta very boring. And you do the same thing, or else it doesn't work. It's like Clubhouse. You do the same thing, and if you don't, it doesn't work.
Yeah. I feel like we've kind of nailed the point with this one.
Meta
actually, yeah, the meta is kind of trash right now. Actually, I do have like one a change that I feel like Lunch, knowing the struts that we run, definitely knows my take on this one. But I think operators like Smoke, Wamai, don't deserve shields, and you need to give them to more niche operators. I think a very good job of this would be Ella, Alibi, and Warden. Warden's good.
Yeah, no, like
and what's Frost? I think those operators need like them having shields is good. I feel like those are the right operators to have shields. I think
Frost doesn't have shield anymore.
Yeah, she does.
She does.
What if she has camera and bar?
Nah, she is shield.
She lost her bar.
Oh, that sucks.
She is shield. She is shield.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
I was like for a second, I was like doubting some like theme park strat we had for a minute.
I know.
Yo.
Frost strat.
Yo, link
Dude,
it.
we have like 300 strats, man. That's crazy.
Dude, yeah, our strat book, our strat book
deep.
is it's deep, bro. It's deep. But I think operators that are more niche operators need shields to make like it's gadget balancing, right? Secondary gadget balancing. Those operators need shields because
Go ahead.
you have operators that are necessity picks. It's like giving Jaeger a shield. It's like why? It's like you're picking. He's picked every round, so like you have to give a reason to pick an operator over like another operator, and outside of just like their primary gadget or like smoke. You're gonna pick a smoke every round.
Capcan
You know what I mean?
shield.
Capcan shield. I like that. I really do. I think that's a huge fit. I feel like Capcan. Okay.
Capcam's actually, you know what? Capcam in ranked, not that bad.
No, listen.
Right. That's
No. Capcan, I feel like trap meta is really, really good, in my opinion. Trap meta combined with util dump meta. No, listen. Capcan, we have strats where we use Capcan as a 5th operator on theme park, and we combine that with the fact that you have theme park with a Wamai. There's so much utility you need to clear, especially if you're holding daycare bunks, and you know how you extend into initiation and office.
Yeah.
That's a minute 30, minute 40, like up to 2 minute 30 clear from the attackers, and you have to funnel through what a rotate hole in office wall or rotate hole in initiation wall, vault. And then you have to that you have to go through 2 doorways. So you put Capcans there. They can't be looking down because you got 10 seconds left to exec. It's like, and Capcan has the VSN with a 1.5, so I can hold long angles. So it's kind of like bailout operators in a way. They're really strong because of util dump, but by themselves it's like kind of crap. But I want a shield on Capcan, man. That's all I want.
Yeah, no, they're putting like Wamai is just he's so in the meta right now that him with a shield plus now he has a 1.5 or he has the AUG, and the AUG is one of the best guns on defense. They basically just gave an attacker's AR. That's what they did. They gave an attacker's AR, one of the stronger ARs, to a defender. And even though it's to 1x, bouncing around sites doesn't matter. So first off, he has a 1.5x if he needs it. He has the Keratos, which counts as a revolver, so it can do soft destruction. And then he also has a shield and his Wamai gadgets. Like it's just they're making meta operators more meta by their second gadget. Like they're worried about balancing their main gadgets too much. Like it was a great change when they like added the timer or like added more time between each Wamai disc, but that's not really gonna change much in the grand scheme of things, considering he still has a shield and then he has Jaegers that they can place down to bail him out right away. Just too strong.
Okay, I think the last piece to talk about is the Tachanka grenade launcher rework.
The dumbest thing I have ever seen to touch Siege ever.
50 seconds of plant denial.
I like it, bro. I like it.
Honestly, I don't think it's as broken as Blackbeard on release. I don't think it's as broken as Ella on release. I don't think it's broken as Lion on release. That being said, it's kind of a lot. I don't know. We'll see. We don't know yet. Everyone always says
a combination of smoke and Tachanka. That's 80 seconds.
I also don't think it's as broken as Lucy on release.
Hot take. I don't think the new Tachanka is that great. The one thing that is making it really good though is the fact that he has 10 of them.
Yeah, 10 is kind of a lot.
Okay.
Smoke. Okay, coming from a smoke player, it's like you mess up. Okay, your smokes are so like they're like your
There's
everything.
little room for error.
There's very little room for error. Tachanka, you just whip that gun out, you shoot 5 shots, then reload that bitch. It's like, okay, cool, you miss on your first one, or your second one, or your third one. You still got 2 more to land. And then after you miss those 2, you can still reload and shoot 5 more.
Thank God the reload animation is long, though. Holy shit.
Well, exactly. Here's the thing. So you get caught with your launcher thing out, you're fucked, because if you are throwing a smoke, you can instantly switch to your shotgun or SMG, right? But if you have your launcher, like you're kind of screwed. So here, I'm gonna like go over the advantages to bringing a smoke versus Tachanka. So like smoke, you a shield. That's an advantage. For Tachanka, you have the LMG, or I mean, they both can make rotate smoke shotgun. Tachanka with his LMG, but I think that Tachanka has 10 of his shit, so it's just I think it's too much. Like maybe lower it to like
5.
I don't know,
Give him
8 or
5,
something,
6.
4 per
I
mag.
mean, like I say like 4.
Give him 5 or
4?
6.
Well, I don't know about 4. I don't know. I
I'd
honestly
say
don't
give
know.
him 6 because they only
I think
last like, what,
10, yeah,
7
6 maybe
seconds?
3 in each.
They only last like what 7 seconds, 5 seconds.
5 seconds, and I think that they should. If they're gonna keep it at 10, they should reduce the radius by like, a lot, like the fire radius.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
actually
it should be
not that big.
small.
Well, it's actually kind
It's
of
not that big?
not really big, but still like just take things like default on CCTV Clubhouse.
Yeah.
There's so little room in that area where you just kind of shoot it over the server rack and it bounces down. Poof.
I
That's
think
hitting the planter. You know,
Like
Yeah.
same thing with gym
that's
bedroom.
the issue. And plus, like if you wanted to, I'm sure we've all seen people go in from master bedroom and run into the window. Those things go so far. He could deny default plant from master bedroom window. Like it's insane.
yeah. Tachanka is a very good operator right now. A little too strong in my
I don't
When he
opinion.
think he's
comes out.
OP though. I think he's really strong, but
But I feel
he
like
might be too early to use.
he's really strong, but he's OP in the meta we have because you gotta realize that there's an individual operator, and then you have to balance it with how the meta is played and the operators around him. Like let's be honest, teams that are running into Tachanka probably are going to be running like a Goyo and a Jaeger or a Wamai, maybe a Clash.
Oh,
Like-
heck.
That's true. Paired with other operators is what makes.
And this
And,
motherfucker can make a rotate in 25 bullets.
Like you gotta think about it this way also. Tachanka is not a smoke. A smoke isn't a lethal like killer with his gas. It's plant denial.
Yeah.
Tachanka, you can go just kill people with the gadget. So it's like I don't know. I feel like Tachanka really needs to lose his like mullet.
So his shit lasts 5 seconds. Is that it?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like a plant takes 7 seconds. So you definitely I'm starting to see the logic in the 10 now. I don't agree with it, but I kind of see the logic now. Like I.
Oh,
How
Well,
much
think
damage
about it
does it
this-
do?
Pretty good
It-
amount of damage.
it's
It
pretty
takes the
quick,
chunk
like,
out of you.
I think it's
does,
like
I think it's like
capital fireable, but like similar.
I think it
It's
does
it's
like-
not capital damage, but it's like
I know it's not capital, but it's like a little
it
bit
will,
less.
it'll take like over 50% of your health.
it's gonna leave you at like 25 HP if you stay in there the entire time.
Rip thermal.
Yeah.
Plus, if you think about like
Dude, yeah.
think about it this way, now that the you can have the information on the valve cams like we were talking about earlier, how he thinks you should only be able to use them.
Fuck Valk.
Yeah, he's not the
That was a shield too.
think about it, like, oh, he's pushing him to default. Shoot one now. And then before he even starts getting the plant down, he's getting hit. And then they're like, oh, he's planting, shoot another one. He's dead. And then the diffuser's stuck in a spot where it's not really easily retrievable for the attackers. And he still has 8 more. So he could do that to every single attacker. Plus, if you add on top of it, he is a 3 armor, so he can tank some damage. Plus, he has an LMG that can make rotates. It's just, it's not very.
With like 300 bullets, so you can make hella
Yeah.
rotates.
It has a hella ammo. First off, remember the last time they added an LMG onto defense? All right.
Yeah, I heard.
Getting gunned by an Alda and a Tachanka LMG, like, just saying.
Yeah,
Have any of you guys played the test server? I have not
I
personally.
have.
I
I'm not
refuse
playing
to.
on it.
I
I'm not
refuse
playing
to.
on it.
You
Yeah.
guys, son?
People are pretty dog on the test server, as you know, but like, Tachanka's like so fucking powerful.
Yeah, dude, I'm not updating my test server just to test that one operator. That's not worth it, man.
Hey, use the Frost secondary shotgun now.
I know, man. I like that. You'll be seeing more frost coming from my strats.
I do think that's a good. Those are good changes though. Like adding secondary shotguns to like the niche ops, like that makes them more like.
Yeah, the thing is,
Playable.
you add them to like niche ops. Actually, yeah, Alibi having it. I think Alibi having the bailiff is really good.
Maestro has one.
Yeah, Maestro
But
has
he's
it,
not
but
really niche.
Yeah,
They
he's
need,
kind
no,
of
they
like
need to get rid
I
of
know.
him.
No, I'm just saying. Like he's not niche. So neither is Smoke.
50
Smoke has one. Neither is
Yeah, but
Mute.
it's
Mute
his
has
primary shotgun, so it kind of makes sense.
It's still, it's basically Smoke and Mute basically have two primaries.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's
You can't really
Capcan
nerf
should
him.
get a secondary shotgun too.
Falcon should get a secondary shotgun. You need
Capcan
like a
shotgun
Russian one. You know what I mean? You need a Russian secondary shotgun, like a M9, something like that. You know, just a primary shotgun, dude. Man, Calkin's one of my favorite operators.
Let
I feel
Capcan
like
be the most broken up in the game.
yes, facts. Give him like
Yeah.
actually, dude. I was gonna say like give him like
Captain
8 Calkin
LMG.
traps, but like I don't even like get 5 down in a round sometimes. I get like 3 down max, and then I just forget to place my last 2.
You just put them on the site doors when you run out of time, and it's free.
Yeah,
just bring a pulse, and the pulse can reinforce every single wall.
yep. Okay. Do you want to go to the next topic?
Yeah. Okay, so next topic. Recap of NA and CACL rounds, and our predictions for like upcoming. I guess. Do we even know the matchups for upcoming?
Yeah.
No, we talked about it earlier.
Rip tempo.
So, Beast Coast beat Ape. Ape in the
Yeah.
first week beat The Last Dance, which I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people were really surprised by that score. Not surprised to be honest. They have 2 ex-Pro League players, and then they have Melted, who was on Thunder Logic, obviously, and a lot of people underestimated Yaga, but he put up against LAN in 2018 against EG, so he's always been able to play at a high level. So I wasn't really surprised with that scoreline as much. Surprising that they lost to Beast Coast though after Beast Coast's recent performance in the last NAO season.
My problem with Ape is they lose every fucking first split of their maps 5-1 every single time.
yeah.
And then they somehow, some way bring it back every damn time. And they couldn't do that against Beast Coast in their second match.
Yo,
in their third
Lunch. Lunch. Remember when me, you, and Trip did that scrim against Yaga?
Oh yeah, when I was
Yeah.
and
Yaga is nasty. Yaga is nasty, and he showed up.
So I was playing a scrim without my contacts in, and I was getting railed by Yaga.
Excuses?
Yeah, excuses.
Yeah, nice.
Yep.
We got fucking railed. I think it was. I don't know if we did 6-6, but if we did 6-6, we lost 12-0 or 12-1 or something like that.
It was like 9-2. It was like 9-2.
9-2, yeah, solid. But yeah, Yaga's nasty.
No, he's a good. It's a good team, but like they are losing their halves, and the other teams are. I don't know if they're tossing or if Ape's playing so well, but like, man, they are losing 5-1 leads, and no one's punishing them for it.
One thing that I do want to touch on about Ape is Freak. Everyone he did.
Oh, he's gone,
He's
bro.
not been doing very well at all. Like even like it's like a Valkyrie air graded situation. Like they're not meant to get frags, but even when they're put in those gunfight situations, they're not winning them.
Isn't he like the Jaeger player?
Isn't he an Ash?
No, he's not.
He's on Jaeger. I don't know about
Jaeger and Nomad. But on attack, it's more reasonable for him not to get his frags. But on defense, he can't be like not shooting back because like I don't know, like he talks a whole lot of shit and then does that on AK, which is interesting. Okay, he doesn't talk shit. He if someone comes at him, he'll come back just as hard. He'll clap back, but he can't be clapping back when he has nothing to.
If you're not, you can't be clapping back if you're not shooting back.
Like if I was like, "Hey, Ian, you're a bitch."
Oh, and then you're LFT.
And I'm also an LFT bitch.
Yeah.
You can't do it. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
So I feel like Freak either needs to step it up or they need to make a roster move.
They have a year now, so too bad.
Yeah, no, that's
man.
idiotic. I think that is the dumbest thing ever.
Wait,
Yeah,
so
like life changing like choice career change with like you get one chance. It's like so stupid. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's I don't know.
does Rand Free play Beast Coast now, or are they both
it's RFBC?
RFBC. Who do you guys think's gonna win that?
I expect Renfree to win. Obviously, that they're just the favorites, but it would be nice to see Beast Coast to win. Because I know Frozen. I want him to do well, but it's also nice to see.
Frozen's a good coach.
Yeah, he's good.
So
He's
okay, predictions for that game.
I'd say Renfree 2-1.
Yeah.
I'll agree.
I
with
think-
that.
I think, hear me out, Rent-free 2-0. Rent-free 2-0.
Oh, okay. Yeah, reasonable. Yeah.
I
I'd say
can also
Renfree
see
2-0.
either of those teams beating out Tempo because Tempo's so inconsistent.
Because they suck. Sorry.
Okay, but like if
Yeah.
Tempo shows up, they can compete. But like 90% of the time, they're not showing up.
They don't.
I honestly think that Renfree could beat GG if they played them. I think
They
they're
don't
better
have
than
to.
GG. I know they don't have to, but I think that if they did, they'd win.
Nah, bro.
I think that they could beat.
GG dropping Knicks was actually a bad move.
Yeah,
no matter
J9 is
how
not-
you feel about Knicks, dropping Knicks like the IGL on the team, and they didn't even pick up an IGL. If you picked up an IGL,
Yeah, J9 is good.
Okay.
But
Well,
like,
I think IGLing, in my opinion, is a very
Dead meta.
huh?
Dead meta.
IGLing isn't that important as people say it is. Coming from an IGL man, you can make up for bad IGLing with dry running. It's like if you really need an IGL to like yank your chains and lead you on a leash, like you're kind of just a bad team, you know? Like it's like
You should know what to do, and if you don't,
you
then
should,
you're
yeah.
either inexperienced or dog shit. Usually
Yeah,
a
like-
minor option,
damn, that's bold take. Yeah.
not a bold take.
I can see that.
You spitting facts.
I
Like,
think
you're
if
not-
you look at Canadians' presence on SSG, right, like as their IGL, I think that him being on the being the main IGL for that team is like big. Like, if you make the point that like everyone should know what they're doing, I don't know why SSG would play Canadian. Like, he's honestly not that.
There's
Great
he
mechanic.
has
You're
he has experience, which is good, right? He has a lot of
Yeah,
experience.
a lot of
That's
experience.
a huge thing. Like, there's a difference between being a good IGL and just having a ton of experience. He has a ton of it. He's also a good competitor, and he can play roles that people don't want to play.
I think
You know what I mean?
you
plays
don't
Jaeger.
need a guy to micromanage you as your IGL.
You need a guy who can-
SSG has them play all kinds of ops. It doesn't really matter, but
Yeah.
you don't
Mhm,
need
yeah.
a guy to micromanage you as your IGL. You need a guy who's actually like a leader in game. Like
Yeah, you
like
need
the
a
actual
leader.
title in in-game leader. You don't need
Yeah.
a micromanaging person, and DG lacks that leader. I feel like because Nick
I
was like a
also-
leader figure.
I feel like I see teams in T3 route do this all the time. It's where your IGL has significantly worse gun skill than like the rest of your team. You know what I mean? It's like you're picking up an IGL just for the fact that just because they're an IGL, and I don't think that's the right way to go. If your IGL can't shoot back, there's no point. No amount of good IGLing can make up for the fact that you're playing a 4v5 every round.
Yeah,
So-
because like at the end of the day, the game isn't about IGLing. It's about shooting people
Yes.
or getting your plants down and shooting people. So, I think that's interesting. I think that I think some teams do need like direction. Like some teams, like with just gunners, like can get lost. Like
Yeah.
Tempo.
I think that having a leader on like some teams, I've heard of some teams like having everyone IGL, like maybe, but some teams definitely do need a leader, like to
Yeah.
like guide them for sure.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay.
All right.
All right, so NAL,
NAL.
yes, NAL.
So I guess we're talking qualifiers then. Right?
Yeah. Wait. How's it all working right now?
So
Um,
SSG is already fourth place, and I think the first through third place seeding is happening this week.
Okay.
Okay.
Didn't
It's between OXG, Dark Zero, TSM, right?
Yeah.
yeah, didn't Dark Zero beat TSM? So isn't TSM second? Yeah, I think TSM plays Oxygen, right? Because wouldn't it be because DZ beat TSM? So wouldn't it be DZ first, and then the winner of Oxygen and TSM be second, and then fourth SSG? Is that wrong?
I think the seeding happens this week. Fourth is SSG confirmed because they already lost out twice.
Oh, okay. Then I might be. Is first DZ confirmed?
No, the only confirmed team is SSG and Tempo, being
Oh,
Tempo in relegation and
Relegation,
SSG.
right?
Who was the other team in the losers bracket or with SSG? Who did SSG lose to?
SSG
United.
lost to.
You know they beat.
They
Wait.
beat United, didn't
Oh
they?
no, not SSG. It was I thought you were talking about the relegation spot for Tempo Storm.
No.
I misspoke.
Uh, anyone in
I
chat
think they
now?
lost to OXG.
Yeah, they lost to OXG 2-0, and then they lost to TSM.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Who do they lose to second? Because that would be the
I-
team that.
TSM.
TSM.
Okay,
TSM,
so I think
yeah.
TSM versus
Right.
OXG is the next game, and then DZ plays the winner of that, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, yeah, I think that's how it works. But DZ
Okay,
on
yeah,
LAN,
TSM.
DZ on LAN compared to DZ online, like DZ online is just so much stronger, and the pandemic, as much as it's like, oh, it sucks, it's actually helping DZ because if
DZ
you
is
look
not
at
a
like
bad LAN team
if
either, though.
you yeah.
All right, guys. Yo, so unfortunately, I have to head out like soon. So I just want to like give like an announcement of like the rest of the episode. I know that BreZe and Lunch, you guys are really good guests. I want to thank you both. I think that you guys definitely have a really good sense of direction and you know what you're doing. So I appreciate you guys for that. I think that you can easily like just talk with Saad, and you don't need me or Elias or Sale to be here. But I have to go right now, so I want to thank you guys. But also for the
Thank
rest
you.
of the episode, we do. I want to talk about like the like roster moves, like for T3 and the like upcoming and like newly announced rosters. We can talk about that, and then Saad, I want you to do this. Like, make sure you like do the chat question section. I don't know if there's gonna be like I think we have 9 viewers right now. If you guys have any questions, they will tell you when to ask them, and they'll answer them. Like if you have any questions for BreZe or Lunch or like Saadcast, then feel free to ask them. But I want to thank you guys.
Yeah, thanks for having us on.
You know, I
Thank you. I really want to thank you guys for coming on. It really means a lot to us.
Oh,
Really
anytime.
appreciate it. All right, I'll see you guys. Thank you.
All right, see ya.
Right. Bye-bye, Sam. Okay. Back to it. I just thank you, Jace. DZ plays OXG and TSM plays the loser of that matchup. So TSM is fighting for second place and DZ and OXG are fighting for first place.
Yeah.
That's what he said. DZ plays OXG for first place, and then the loser of that match plays TSM for second and third place.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think Oxygen is gonna lose to TSM. Obviously, I'm a TSM fan because I'm biased because I used to watch them play League of Legends.
Wait, so you think Oxygen's gonna lose to DZ too?
I think Oxygen. Oh no, DZ online is unstoppable. It's a different breed. Like
Facts.
I don't think because like if you think about it, like
Actually, I have a question. So you say that it's kind of off, but you say that DZ's like online team, right?
Yeah.
But do you think they're only online because they're a good online team, not because of the way that LAN's different from online, but rather the fact that online you only have to prepare for 7 teams, right? Whereas if you go LAN, you have to prepare for all these other like regions.
They don't even have to prepare for 7 teams though, just 3.
Just
Yeah,
3, yeah.
It's a 3 team, so obviously the preparation is a lot easier, and they have a good coach and analyst in BC. I feel like is a lot towards their success because he's a very good coach, very smart player when he did play. But no matter what the reason is for DZ being better on LAN, whether it's their play style coinciding with the server issues that everyone knows we have. It could either be that, or it could be obviously, like you said, the preparation coming out for DZ more. But I feel like if Siege was to switch to an international stage, say I'm just gonna bring up League of Legends again.
Dude,
like,
Worlds is that's so
like
it's
Worlds.
so
Like if DZ went to Worlds, say there's a Worlds for Siege, DZ went to Worlds for Siege, they would get swiped, guaranteed. And
Yeah.
TSM would have a much better performance. Oxygen, SSG, much better performance. SSG is literally our world champions, although they're in a little bit of a slump right now. Still, they perform on LAN.
I think the thing with DZ is they'll always come swinging out the gate in a tournament. So like at Invite, for example, they came swinging out and they got 5th place.
Yeah.
Right? I think it was 5th place.
Yeah.
But they came swinging out the gate because they had all that prep work, and then once you play a game like every day, you can't prep as much. That's
Well, yeah,
why-
it's unrealistic to prep for like every single team in the what is it? entire tournament, and then
Another
that's
15
what.
damn teams.
Yeah, and the thing is, okay, 15 teams, and then you have to realize 7 maps per team, right? And then all the different bans that could happen. It's so unrealistic to prepare for all of that. So then you have to decide, okay,
I think
what
match at a time.
what team do you think is going to get knocked out early?
Mhm.
And then typically, if that team doesn't get knocked out early and you have to play against them, that screws you over so much because you're gonna have very little prep work on them because you're not dictating as much time. So I think LAN events are crazy because you can't just prep for it. You gotta. There's a lot more to it than just like getting your notes out.
But I do think DZ has been doing better at like playing their own game instead of playing other people's games. Like if you
Yeah.
just watch how they play, they're way more comfortable playing their own game now.
Yeah.
So it might change. It might have changed. Because
I think
it's
they're-
been a while since we've seen LAN.
They're very good at like meta. Like they're very good at controlling the meta and understanding the meta in a way. So that's kind of just my general take on them. I think it's cool how they do it.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll put DZ first, OXG third, and TSM second. That's what I'd
That's what
put
I'm
for this end
thinking.
of it.
Yeah, I think that's the way it's gonna go. I do, but to be fair, I think TSM is like actually nasty right now. They're kind of insane.
I think they're the closest thing we have to a super team
Yeah.
currently. I saw
In
someone
NA.
else. No, just period.
Period. Because
Period.
what? There's no other good team.
G2 tried it, but they have very little success. Think about it. Merc obviously not having a good performance is just adding on to TSM.
I think BDS is like pretty close,
Oh.
but like they need to make a
Even
little bit
BDS, I
more
wouldn't even
changes.
say they're a super team. They're comprised of one region, right? They're all French, and
Yeah,
I
no.
think
It's a French super team.
it's a French super team.
But I'm saying TSM is like TSM with their super team. BDS cannot compete against like SSG stuff like that, and then you put TSM against them. Well, NIP is a Brazil. That's just how they play. That's not a super team. That's just how Brazilians play. But that's beside the
Yeah.
point. Like
I
Brazilians,
get
that's they play an aggressive play style. Scoring themselves number 2 at the Invitational is pretty good. But even TSM number 3 at the Invitational, they play that more aggressive style that NA is not known for. NA is usually known for the more strategical advancements and playing it slower. Hence, like SSG stuff like that.
I do think
But-
if Merc shows up, TSM's like one of the most unstoppable teams because the rest of the
Mhm.
team's fairly consistent. 'Cause, like Achieve
Yeah.
is probably one of the most consistent players in like the world.
Yeah.
Achieve
Yeah,
is
I think-
always up there.
Achieve deserves more credit than he gets. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. He's my-
He's out yelling and top fragging. Like,
yeah. He's a really good player.
and then plus you
There's
have
Bolo.
arguably the best player in the world, Bolo,
Bolo,
showing off
dude.
MVP, year-wide MVP stats for this season. I think he's plus 60 in stage 1, and currently he's plus like 15, I think. For
You
just
Dude, the guy.
his KD's off the charts, his cost rating is off the charts, his clutch potential. TSM has that X factor, and I think that's what's going to give them an advantage if they do end up beating DZ. Is that X factor of always you can never really count them out.
Yeah.
I feel like someone said that on the NAL podcast, and I agree with it fully. You can't count them out. I think those kicks, you can't count TSM out ever because even if Merc's having a bad game, one round and then they string 6 on you and then it's overtime.
Yeah,
It's
you
like,
just need
Yeah.
Chalo or Geo to show up too. So and they both can show up.
it's just such a good roster.
It's one of the most fun rosters to watch.
That was a great orc. I love that orc so much.
This is
That's good.
facts.
Facts.
Who do you think is gonna win the quals for the major? So like I think it's SSG, EU,
SGEU.
Mirage, and I want to say Disrupt. No,
Dude, I want Mirage. Is it
Okay,
Disrupt?
well, if we're,
I don't know.
I don't know if it's Disrupt.
I don't know.
I don't think it matters. I don't think it. I think it's
Five.
between SSG.
Okay, so Tempo Storm
They're out. They can't.
out. Disrupt Gaming. Is Sonics in? They might
Oh,
be
it's
Sonic.
Sonics. It's Sonics, not Disrupt.
Is E United in? I don't think E United's in.
Who played?
No, because E United just almost got relegated.
Oh, it was TSM or it was Tempo versus EU
Yeah.
for the. Okay, yeah, then it's Disrupt then.
So it's Disrupt and Sonics.
Disrupt, Sonics, Mirage, SSG.
Okay, so if we're looking at this like logically, SSG is going to win, but
They've been
Yeah.
so just like not them recently.
the Sonics have been playing pretty meh as of late too,
Yep.
and this J90 pickup for Disrupt Gaming is kind of iffy. Obviously, he's a good player, but they
It just doesn't
lack,
work.
lack that leadership. It's not working too well. I feel like if Reed has a good series and a good day, that Disrupt will take it. But
I
in
don't see
reality,
Disrupt taking it over the other three teams though. I think
well,
Mirage is even a
SSG's
better team than DG.
SSG's in a slump. Sonics has not been performing ever. Like
They always
did.
the only team they consistently can beat is Tempo.
That's an accomplishment.
Sonics has not been performing consistently ever. And then Mirage, we've seen how they fared against NAL teams, and
They're not that bad though.
Yeah, they're not terrible.
just
They come
inexperienced.
close.
Not really.
Because they had a close game
No.
with, I think it was Sonics, and they slammed Tempo. But I mean, everyone slams Tempo, so I don't know.
Everyone's
About
on
that.
tempo,
But
and then they also got toyed with playing against Dark Zero, which nonetheless they are the number one
that is
team.
DZ, so
DZ online, but still, like, it's just you can't be getting 7-1 and 7-0'd in
Yeah.
a major qualifier match. Like, it's just you gotta, and then you can't like, and then think about it this way: then teams like Disrupt, Sonics, and SSG are putting up numbers against Dark Zero, still losing the matches nonetheless, but putting up numbers, making it closer matches. And then you're gonna put this Canadian challenge or this Canadian Pro League team, although obviously the best team in Canada right now, against the lower T1 teams, and I still think they don't really stand that much of a chance.
yeah, might have to just take SSG with this one, and we'll just have the same top four again.
Yeah, the top four idea is so bland, so boring, but you know
That's how it is.
that's how it is. There's a reason.
I see DZ winning the major again, so
Yeah.
For my heart, I hope Mirage quals.
I
Yeah.
love Mirage, but like, yeah, you are right. They are like, even if they make it to the major, they're gonna get
I don't
slammed by
see them
TSM
going
or
far.
DZ.
Yeah.
They might put up a little bit of a fight against OXG because OXG is like inconsistent as well. But they could, if OXG comes up,
Their
they
play
could
relies
get
on
slammed too.
Lax playing well.
Yeah, it really relies on Laxing's rat plays.
Yeah, no. And as we were talking, actually, PDHM beat Honor in the Canadian Challenger League.
I just saw that.
Yeah, so now Honor, the Stage 1 champs, have gotten knocked out, and PDHM goes to play the winner of... Not sure who and who. I think it's Oblivion and Oceanus.
Yeah.
The winner of that match for the whoever plays against... I forget who the fourth team
So
is it
PDHM has a
Nordic?
real shot then.
I
Yeah.
think it's Nordic, right? I think Nordic is fourth place right now because they lost.
I mean, yeah, it's not like a. They do have a real shot, and I think the PDHM roster is good. And I think with Canadian CL and CAPL, there's a lot like smaller skill disparity between them and NACL and NAPL. I mean, so I think like there's teams that can be interchanged between them. So I think PDHM has a really good shot of making CAPL.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Livid and Mirage aren't the bottom team. We know that because Livid beat Nordic.
For sure.
So I do think Nordic is the bottom team for Canadian Pro League. I think they have a fourth place team.
I think Nordic might actually still beat out whoever wins CL.
Who's the other
Relics.
team? Nordic, Livid, Mirage, and
Altiora.
And Altiora. No, so it is Nordic because
Yeah.
Altiora beat Nordic. So
Yeah.
and then Altiora lost to Mirage in the next match, I believe. So now Nordic having to go play that relegation stop. They're a team of Frenchies, so it's just the gun skills there, man. They're nasty when it comes to shooting, but not really much else you could say for them. Their strats are kind of basic, and they rely on their gun skill quite a lot. So I feel like a team like PDHM who also kind of relies on their gun skill because they have players like Default and LSG who are just like kind of like shooters.
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be an interesting match, but I do think Nordic is going to take that one.
Yeah.
The experience they've been Nordic has been around for like years.
Dude, yep. Nordic's a team of Storms, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I've heard things that they're the ranked killers.
They're the ranked demons. Anytime you play them in ranked, if you don't cancel, you're out of my stack.
Dude. Yeah, see, there's difference. There's a reason you're hard stuck top 3. But dude, see, I want this is a good transition to our roster changes for T3, but I have 2 ranked demons on my team that make Nordic look like Freelo.
No. Even Grinch cannot make Nordic.
No, Helio, bro.
I know Helio too, but
dude, we played the Nordic stack like back to back one time, like a week ago. Just like destroyed them. Double 4-0. It was the freest. Okay, it was the freest thing of my life.
Well, they're DNs, so I'm not sure how you did that.
Yeah, I've heard rumors, but for me they're only rumors.
Changes.
I haven't been keeping up with it, so.
I don't know how much I can say.
Yeah, same. But I can go pretty surface.
I can go pretty like dip my toes in the water. D-Gen losing to Joe Academy. That was Phantom previously. That was a previous alias. Have been rumored to be splitting into 2 teams.
Well, one of them is the current D-Gen right now. It's Adapt, Unfair, Proco, Poison, and Joji. And they retained Fettuccine as a coach.
And then Gunnar and I think I do
Gunnar,
like Dami.
Gunnar, Whitlock, Zeno, and Dami are mid
and then
team.
They're looking for a player right now, but it's like under wraps. So that's the other half of D-Gen. So that's splitting up. Those are still two good teams.
Homeland disbanded and Valk split.
Homeland disbanded. Valkyrie splitting up. I've also heard. I can't really say much about Valkyrie because I've a lot of insider information. I promised I would say that. But we do know the Valkyrie has a spot in next season. Or wait, there's no next season EPS.
Yeah.
Never mind. Okay, yeah, RIP EPS, by the way. So we do know that Valkyrie, their core roster was planning on staying together before they lost the finals, but now
wasn't it? Well, the plan was. I know.
The plan was 24 Steam and JJ were gonna make a team drop Eric and rated, but now
it's just JJ, right?
It's just JJ because Steam is taking a break from comp. He was already taking a break from comp, but now
Mr. Logan found a team.
Really taking a break. X24 exploring options right now.
Well, exploring options is a good way to say I'm leaving.
Yeah, he already has a team. But so now it's just kind of JJ, and I'm sure JJ doesn't want to rebuild Valkyrie for the 7th time in the past 2 weeks. Basically, is what it feels like.
No, we had there's a lot of things also. For In Control Nation, roughly around the same time the Unreal Nightmare roster I was on disbanded. You had In Control Nation GXE leaving. He was replaced by Spiker of Unreal Nightmare. Unreal Nightmare disband, got and then that's the team I was on, and then we're now what was old Allen that won WBPL against Guidance Gaming.
CL, by the way.
Yeah, CL team, by the way. Yeah. So we're back together. There's also the formation of NSO Academy, which is an anomaly. Yeah, Braxton, Beezer, Defiance, Search, and Call. A little more to talk about Search later, but let's just say he's searching for the wrong things right now.
Got fucking destroyed on Twitter. Like,
yeah. Also, NSO picked up a new team as well. NSO's previous team, which was Twist, Craze, K2? No.
Sharenian. Yeah, K2, Sharenian.
And one more. I can't remember who. I don't remember who. I don't really care either.
Twist, Craze, Sharenian, K2, and... Don't know.
Don't know. Well, since they're disbanded, NSO filled the spot, their ESA spot, with ASU Maroon, and yeah, I love that team.
Never dash. The guy.
Yep, Averdash. Well, I'm actually playing. I'm subbing for them in ESA next week. But they also picked up Janon Smile, previous pro player for Era Eternity. So yeah, that whole situation's so weird. You know, they had Nadjax and Stelio, the two French Canadians, on that team, but then they both got kicked, which is kind of weird. Yeah, it's such a weird thing.
What's it called? Who? Milano. On this.
The slats.
Is taking a break. I'm not sure if Carly is filling in with him.
Carly is filling in.
Milano. Let's go.
Milano is taking a break. Let's just say that much.
Mm-hmm.
Taking a break.
Yes, saadcast.
Yeah. That was insider information on me, but Milano is taking a break right now due to scheduling reasons, and they're filling the spot with Carly right now.
Let's go, Carly. Eat up.
You'll be able to see the debut, dude. I'm scared, man. After this, we're warming up scrimming the slats, and dude, I'm gonna be scared on the. I'm gonna be retaking Visa, just to Carly outside on the window, man. I'm gonna be Twitter memed. It's gonna be all over for me.
All over, yeah. You're gonna get
But
Man, we really are in the middle of the biggest shuffle. Holy smoke!
Yeah. There's so much. Like I can't even keep up with it all, and I'm like engulfed in the T3 scene.
I care only so much, but dude, there's so much that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay, let's see. What's our top 3% free agents? I guess you could call them free agents right now that are on the market.
Ooh, I don't know. I
think, I think for me, I think it's the two home. I think I want to say Navozo.
Okay.
Solid, a flank watch is not a hard position to play, but I feel like he does it really well. And flank watch plus an SMG 11, that's huge for a pickup, in my opinion. I think he's. I don't want to say top. He's definitely top 3 actually for me, for people who are LFT. So if he doesn't get on a team soon, then that's very unfortunate. I think also coming out of the Valk, I think JJ. That's
JJ's going LFT though.
Yeah, well, okay. If he's not LFT, but I think he's just a solid player that he has experience. He's an IGL, Don't just pick him up for the IGL, but he I saw the finals. He was pretty gunny. Also, I think I don't know. Outside of that, I mean, probably Exile actually. Exile is pretty good, but the Homeland disband it's very unfortunate because they're all pretty good individual players with good chemistry. So I kind of have to give it to them. They're good players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about
anyone
you?
From that roster would be a good pickup.
Yeah. I do think that's just a solid pickup here and there. All right, how about you, Lunch? What's your hot take?
My hot take. So for LFT players, there's a lot of LFT players.
Always are.
Oh no, there's a massive influx.
Yeah.
Right now for no reason. I want to say PBQ is a very good player. I know I've been told he hasn't been playing as well as he used to play, but I know he used to be a very good player. Navozo, obviously, like you said, he's in my top 3 too. It's hard to find a good flank watch. I know you said it's not hard, but it's not hard to play flank watch. It's hard to be a good flank watch.
Yeah.
So he has the specialty weapon of the SMG. A lot of T3 players need to focus on specialty weapons, let's say the TCSG, weapons that not everyone can use. To set them apart from something. I can use the TCSG very well and the SMG 11. That's probably one of my stronger suits. And if you have that on your resume, it gives you more leeway in getting picked up because you're more flexible. For the last one, I would say Og, but Og is on a team
with Punky, Rift, Thickum.
Yeah.
Weird downgrade in my opinion. Very weird.
Saying that flat out right now, and I don't think he's a good player, and he mods too much. So I'm just gonna mark Og as an LFT player because he will be in about a month. So I'd say he is also in my top 3 because he literally went demon mode. Saad taught him how to do the demon time in the EPS finals.
Dude, he went demon mode, dude.
Demon
Dude, you
Tiger.
put him on a gun with a lot of bullets, bro. He can just hold mouse point for a minute.
And
That's all you gotta do.
Yeah. So those are my top 3.
I honestly have no idea, so I'm not even gonna bother speaking on this because I'm gonna look like an idiot. But we pretty much wrapped what we want to talked about. So if anyone in chat has any questions for either of them two or just for me and the Saadcast, we can do that. And if not, then we can call it wraps, I guess.
Actually, so think about like I actually want to go back to your point about PPQ lunch.
Mm-hmm.
Feel like he's actually a pretty solid player. Just I feel like when you take like fat breaks. I feel like that's what's getting to him right now because I remember we tried him out for like a couple maps, and it was pretty clear that his like gear was kind of out and kind of gotta keep it going. I think that's also a big thing about like players who have been like LFT for a while though. It's like when you're out of the scene for like even like a couple weeks, it takes a toll on you. I mean, I'm looking at you right now.
Fuck you, bitch. Nah. I still play. Like, I still scrim with some teams if they need stuff. I sub in for league games if needed. Like, I'm not, like, completely out of the scene. But, to be honest, I'm not sure what's going to happen with the rest of my comp career.
Dude, playing is just, like, it's so hard to get rid of, you know what I mean? It's like, once you do it, it's like...
Yeah. It's like crack.
Yeah,
Once
it is like
you
crack.
start doing it, you can't stop.
That is facts.
Crack. Everyone comparing T3 Siege to crack.
Crack cocaine.
Yeah, dude, it is crack.
All right.
It's so...
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's just... It's like, you want to stop sometimes. Like, you should, like, take a break. But it's just like...
feels so good.
I know, like, winning and everything is just, like, it's fun. Like, I genuinely couldn't... Like, I don't feel like... I want to, like, sound like a douchebag, but I just, like, couldn't see myself, like, playing if I were to lose. Like, that would just be so unenjoyable. Just like play and lose. Like
I don't play ranked.
Dude, ranked sucks, man.
No shit.
But I still play it.
I know.
Rank gives me a migraine and I still manage to play it. I have no idea.
Dude, we are like the ranked warriors. Except when like, dude, you should have seen. Jonah got pissed at us because we were 5-stacking. It was like me, Emin,
yeah, no.
Kaden
Against him.
Val, yeah, dude, and he went demon mode on us.
Did you win?
No, we lost. He dropped like 10 kills.
Damn.
It's on coast as well, man. There's no way we're winning that one.
Why are you taking him to coast? But
dude, the other maps were like Outback and Bank. I feel like after they did that change to like the way that they pick the maps.
Oh, map bans suck.
It always goes to the right now for me.
Yeah, it always goes to the
in
right.
50-50s, but it's, I swear, like for the first few games, I thought it always went to the right. It's annoying.
Yeah. No, it was definitely, man.
All right.
Not. Yeah.
We've been going for about 70 minutes. No, 80 minutes. Damn. But
let's go, Ian.
Oh.
We've got a longer episode than usual, so I think we cut it here. Thank you, BreZe and Lunch, for coming out. Next week, actually no, I'm not gonna tell you guys who we have next week. But next week we'll have.
It's us again. Surprise.
Yeah, it's them again. Crazy. We'll have episode 7. This episode comes out on Monday, the 12th. So thank you guys again for coming out, and hopefully people have more drama, so we don't have to skip another.
Yeah, I feel like this was a very lackluster week. Outside of searching to search for a diet, I mean, there's really nothing that you could like see. So yeah.
You ended that man's whole
Search
career.
for a diet. With that, we'll end the stream. Thank you everyone for coming out. Yeah, Pendy, you did make drama. Thank you very much. Yeah.